Parliament of Papas.
Parliament of Papas.
So we are gonna.
What is the Parliament, Joe? What do we do?
Yeah, we're gonna read a Reddit story, and we get to decide whether or not this person is the butt face, so to speak. So, am I the butt face for going to Comic-Con against the wishes of my wife after she went to Disneyland and didn't invite me?
So let's get some context on that one. That sounds divorceable right there.
All right, here goes. This happened about 2 weeks ago. First of all, I'm pretty much your typical hyped Star Wars and Marvel Universe fan. I watch all the movies. I own a bunch of merch, all that stuff. All right. So imagine his excitement when my wife said that she wanted to take her son to Disney World. So he's hyped for Disney World. There's a lot of great stuff that goes with Marvel and with Star Wars there. He immediately started shaking and laughing because he's always wanted to go. However, when I asked her, so when are we going to go? I need to check to see if it's okay with work. She looked at me kind of seriously and said, what do you mean? I was confused and didn't know what to say, so there was a bit of an awkward silence until she broke it by saying, oh, you wanted to come too? I felt like being punched in the stomach, and there was another awkward silence. She explained that she used all of our miles for them and her ex.
Whoa. What? Did you say her ex?
Yes, I did.
Oh.
And there wasn't enough left for me. Plus, she said something like, aren't you getting too old to be interested in these things anyway? It felt like there was a piece stuck in my throat, and I thought I would say something I would regret, so I just grabbed my Switch and stormed out and spent the evening in the park.
Those boomers and their Switches.
I really wish I knew how old these people were. But
storming out with a Switch, you can kind of go millennial video kind of thing.
They have a kid. They didn't say the age on the kid either. So after returning home, he apologized the next day, and she understood. We first had a more mature talk where I offered to pay for my own flight and hotel room. However, she said that we can't really afford it right now. She suggested we go to Arby's instead when they get back.
Okay. I don't even think you need to read the rest of this, Joe. This is an
worst thing I've ever heard.
Okay, Josh, what's your?
I feel so bad for this guy. He sounds like the child in the situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's telling we don't have money. I mean, this is a tragedy.
He's just getting steamrolled. Reddit.
Wow.
Hey, Joe found it under r/how do I get a divorce? Okay, go ahead, Joe.
So, but then at the end of the story, basically, he threatens to go to Comic-Con if she goes through this trip without him, and she's like, no, you can't go to Comic-Con; it's too expensive. And so they went on the trip, and he went to Comic-Con and had a blast.
Does it say there is nothing good about how she planned this? But can we tell if the Disney thing's an overnight trip?
It doesn't say how long her trip was, but I don't imagine it being an overnight.
And her ex is going?
And her ex is going.
This is over.
Yeah, well, and
this is over.
It doesn't specify, but it would change the story a little bit if their kid isn't their kid together and it's his stepkid. It doesn't specify that, though.
Okay, but
that would change it slightly. Only slightly.
No.
Only slightly.
No.
It would just add more words to the story, but it wouldn't change it.
No. It's like adding the first 3 Star Wars. It did not change anything or add. Okay. It's okay. If it's a co-parenting thing, who anybody in this room been divorced? Anybody co-parent? Anybody? Okay, we got some co-parents. Would you go to Disneyland with your ex and the kid and leave your current spouse at home? Absolutely not. You don't take our miles to pay for that.
But they don't have enough money, Charles.
Because she's spending it on the ex, man. Because miles do not get you food in Disneyland.
But she said they could go to Arby's afterwards.
And then after he's okay with all of this and he makes a plan for Comic-Con, she says no.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, this is an easy one.
The top comment on this Doesn't weigh in on who the butt face is. Just says your marriage isn't going to last.
Yeah.
No
You're-
kidding.
So what surprises me the most about this, because everyone in here seems to be unanimous, is they didn't specify that just the wife was the butt face. The internet as large said that everyone sucks in this scenario, even the writer, which baffles me, to be completely blunt.
I don't. Okay.
Is the current husband is the writer?
Yeah.
Yeah. The current husband that's being left out of the trip.
I mean, he's not very intelligent at this point, but I don't know if he's a butt.
I don't think he listened to music in the 90s because he should have saw the sign and opened up his eyes. Come on.
Dad joke?
No, it's not a dad
Oh,
joke. It's a
man.
musical. Josh,
Ace of base.
look, we got another guest. We need to swap you out. Don't dad joke me. All right. But that's a problem. I mean, it's just, you shouldn't have gone to Reddit. The second you asked the question, you knew the answer. It's not about who's a butt face or not. It's about you've got problems in your relationship that is not working.
Yeah. So one of the other comments does allude to that does say that you're the step parent. So maybe in another post he references being a step parent. So apparently my little tidbit there is actually part of the story, but it really doesn't change it much.
What did the kid have to say about it?
Yeah, well, that would be a very interesting
what he thinks.
perspective, getting the kids. But kids are also malleable, and they can be spun against their step parent very easily. So regardless,
there is. So the way it's written sounds like she took the miles instead of talking to each other and working it out. That's the problem. Let's talk about jealousy a little bit for a second. I've been married to my wife for 24 years. I've the rock out of podcasting. I've done cool stuff. One of her, not even ex-boyfriends, just some dude she knew in high school, which, by the way, all her stories are dudes she knew in high school. All right. He shows up to deliver Papa John's pizza to us like a year ago. And she's like, oh, yeah, I knew that guy. I'm like, what are you doing ordering pizza from your ex-boyfriend? And that's how we are. So it's like, I'm talking about the good kind of jealousy.
Her ex-boyfriend.
I mean, Joe, would Kelsey Popcorn Ard approve of any of your ex-girlfriends coming around for any reason?
Oh no, she had those removed from my memory. I don't have any ex-girlfriends.
Whoa,
there you go. Josh, would you tolerate, or would your wife tolerate any of the exes coming around for any reason?
She definitely would not, and I really am not a fan of her talking about Adam Driver. So,
okay,
like, guys, I'm better looking. I mean, right?
Everybody's better looking than Adam
I know.
Driver. I'm just saying.
It's not fair.
The force was not strong with him. No, Idris Elba. I cannot blame my wife for liking Idris Elba. I'm there kind of. But all right. Out here, would anybody tolerate their exes coming around to their loved one and going anywhere with them? No, hell no. That's what we got over here.
There were a whole lot of comments on the thread saying, "You do realize she's cheating on you, right?"
I mean, there's a thing about co-parenting. We all can have a past, but holy crap, that is crazy. That is crazy. So I think we're unanimous. She is cheating on him. There's a divorce that should be happening. And I think one of the reasons that the internet is saying everybody's bad in this, because that line, I took my Switch and stormed out.
Yeah.
There's context that's probably missing, but still.
Well,
yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then, I don't know if they got divorced or not, but right then it would have solidified something. And then it would have been a whole nother problem. So yeah, go cool off.
That's the reason I don't think that's the reason I don't think he's a butt face in this, because he's too nice, obviously. Like, that's his problem. He needs to find some boundaries, starting with the ex.
Yep.
I mean, holy cow. All right.
That was crazy.